listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine, like, if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it, and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Good morning. It is Friday, October 17th.
It is.
Let's go, y'all. This is Truth in the Morning with your girl DT and the legendary brother Dame Elzy. We are coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. This is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. And you can also, and shout out to all our valued listeners in our YouTube message board. You can stream and watch Dame and I live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. And make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss a live show. We've got 11 consecutive hours of live Milwaukee Black Talk Radio. And we're so excited that you're here today because we've got an action-packed, jam-packed show for you today. Good morning, Brother Dame.
Good morning, DT.
What's good?
It's Friday.
Man, say it again for the folks in the back.
It's Friday.
Why do you think we get so excited about Friday?
40-hour work week is why we get excited. Well, for you,
I was going to say, I can't remember the last time I worked 40 hours.
It's just, mental, I guess, because I don't work just 40 hours either because I got to work tomorrow as well. But, so Sunday is really like this, a true Sabbath because I'm off that day. But I'm just saying, it's just in us. It's Friday. Just got paid. Even though we just didn't get paid. But it's still, the song matters.
It does.
Friday. Just got paid.
Love it.
Friday night.
Happy Friday to all of those in the YouTube message boards. We see you, RN Kawanda. Willie Jones. I love that name.
Willie Jones.
Willie Jones. That sounds like somebody, if you owe Willie Jones some money.
That's a good name, right?
Oh, he going to get his money on time.
That's a strong name. He don't take no mess.
He sound like remember the Mike Epps skit where he was like, now, if I give you this $20, I work hard for my. Willie is one of them people where do not mess with my money.
It's certain names, and Willie Jones is one of them names. Or somebody named Walter.
Man, Walter's kind of corny.
No, if you owe Walter money, he come and get his money.
Okay, let's do this, y'all. Would you rather owe Walter money or Willie Jones money?
Oh, I'd rather owe Walter.
That's all I'm saying.
Because Willie ain't playing.
Willie ain't playing. Willie, it's probably not even, it's like, it's even though it's two different names, it's probably how you say it. Willie Jones.
Yeah.
Like just one name. Willie Jones.
You know how people do.
Man, what's wrong with you? Why are you looking all stressed? Man, I owe somebody some money. Who you owe money to? That'd be all right. Willie Jones. Oh, snap.
Yeah. That's what they be like, ooh.
Willie Jones. Gwendolyn. Good morning. Good morning, Gwendolyn. Lorena. We got all kind of great people this morning in our YouTube message board. Now, Dame, do you recall about a month ago, you and I were guest co-hosting, and we reported about a young brother, and his name is Sakir Everett.
Yep.
Truth Nation, do y'all remember this? This young boy was basically, his hunting skills were on point. And we did a whole, op-ed on how white men, from the time that their sons can breathe, are taught how to hunt. And this young brother, Sakir, out in a school in Michigan, saw one of his classmates who had brought a gun to the school, and he was able to disarm the gun from the young boy, disable it, but then he ended up getting expelled. So Brother Dame and I did this report on it, and Dame, did you see? Like, it went viral.
It went semi-viral. I won't say it went full-fledged viral, but it did go viral.
What's full-fledged viral? Educate me.
Full-fledged is like, thousands and thousands and
I
thousands.
got on my page alone. I had
likes. I'm talking about likes.
Oh,
Views
okay.
is-
Gotcha.
we
That's
can see,
fair.
but likes is like what other people see.
I
So,
can't see the likes because 101.7 posted it, but on my page I could see, to your point, the views, and on my page alone it had over 8,000. Or no,
Oh,
yeah,
it was
8,000.
a lot of views because you see it on your page. It was a lot of views, so people were interested. But it was a story that resonated with people.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, you got that clip for us? Hit
All right, let's.
them with that clip. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can check it out.
No 11-year-old kid should ever see. And that's a classmate carrying a gun at school. To summarize, to your point, he basically used his hunting skills, disassembled the weapon, threw away the bullets. He did all this to prevent a tragedy. Because if he did not react the way that he did, the story that we're reporting now would have been a whole lot different. The school district is saying we have to comply with Michigan law. As a result of that, they expelled this young 11-year-old.
People only follow the rules when it's us. When those rules are punishable to us, then, oh, no, we have to follow the rules. We have to be by the letter of everything. And so when we're forced to be like, okay, I understand. In this situation, the extenuating circumstances of this young man stopping and preventing another school shooting, saving lives, and he should be rewarded for that. And instead, he's being...
Now, Dame, I have to tell you this, and I should have texted you. All my friends that, follow me on Instagram, when you said, how come the rules only apply to us? All of my friends, if you go to my Instagram, they were like, say that, brother.
Yeah.
That was the statement that most resonated.
Thank you to DT's circle of friends. I appreciate that.
And they're not easily impressed. They was like, whoever that brother is, give him like a Nobel Prize because he hit the nail on the head.
They love my bald head, is what Andrew said. Bunch of black women loving that black man.
I have male friends, but yeah, no. So here, now we're getting.
We're going too far. Let's get back. Reel it in.
So Sakir's mother. So as you know, we shared and actually shot to Andrew because on that day, Andrew posted the GoFundMe link. Now, I know some of us, we have mixed emotions about GoFundMe. It's like, well, I don't know these people.
Yeah, I'm always like that.
And that's fair. That's valid.
But in this situation, no.
Man, I know I donated. I didn't even consider it a donation. I considered it an investment in this young man.
I'm usually even more leery of even promoting GoFundMes and stuff like that because I don't want it to. And even this time, I was like, well, I hope she's on point. But we needed to take that risk because I didn't want it to come back and we hadn't done anything. But I also didn't want it to come back like, oh, this was a fake and moms took the money and bought a Honda Civic or something. I wanted it to be
not a Honda Civic. I'm weak.
If she bought something, more than that, we can hate on that. But I just wanted it to be her to have as much, for us to see where he got it from, where he got his morality from, where he got his strength from. I wanted her to be able to show that, and thus far, she's shown that, and so I'm ecstatic about us promoting that and helping it because at that point when we started it, the numbers were kind of low. And
yeah,
we started talking about it, and then I started popping up in other places, and so we kind of. Not, I'm not one to do too much.
We let the Lord use us as vessels.
But we did. And
absolutely.
I'm glad we talked about it that day. But give the update.
So to your point, Dame, his mother, and by the way, because I'm a communication person, she has consistently and concisely shared updates on GoFundMe. See, I didn't know you could even do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't really use GoFundMe that much. You know what I'm saying? For those reasons you shared. So the latest update that she provided, and this was, I think, earlier this week. And if you go to our YouTube message board, our amazing producer, Andrew, has posted this new update from Sakir's mother. And I'm not going to read it word for word because I'm trying to get y'all to go to YouTube. But ultimately, great news. The Lansing School District in Lansing, Michigan, has finally released Zakir's transcripts. And this was on September 30th, so about 2 weeks ago. And so the mother says that she was able to finally get Zakir enrolled in an accredited online program. Can we get some applause for that? Because the main thing, Dame, and I know you're big on this because you mentor so many young people, so many young black men.
Yes.
Education, that's a non-negotiable.
It's non-negotiable. When I pick up a kid, when I start with the kid, the first thing we do is go get a library card.
Because as soon as, see, that's the thing with systemic racism. Systemic racism is going to focus on 3 areas: family, access to quality health care, actually 4. Family, access to quality health care, quality education, and man, I just had a brain fart. What's the 4th one? Let me see. Access to education, healthcare, environment, and family. Yeah. So in this case, if your education is disrupted, which is when we reported it and I saw that word expulsion, I was like, see, here we go.
They're interrupting, and you don't know what could happen after that interruption takes place.
Exactly.
It could go left to right, depending upon all of those things that you mentioned. It could go left to right, but because he has a strong mother and it stayed on him, and I'm assuming it stayed on him, he's probably been reading books. He's probably been keeping himself abreast of what's going on in the world and all of that stuff. So he won't miss a beat.
But from a socialization standpoint, and this is like literally a whole episode, also, as human beings, and so dear young people, just in case you don't know, human beings are designed to be social, not through texting and keyboard. We are designed to be interactive face-to-face. We are social beings. And so if you not only expel a young student in their formative years, where they're formalizing their socialization skills, if you interrupt that, on top of interrupting their education, these are all the things that are part of their conditioning.
Absolutely.
To where they're antisocial, they don't trust people.
I got a young man that I mentored that was out of school last year. He got into some issues, was out of school for a year. He wanted to go back to school so badly, right? But he had to do, his mother was like, no, we're going to do the homeschooling. So he did the homeschooling, right? But he was so eager to get back in the classroom, and it showed whenever he was around kids, when I would take him places, and it wasn't just his brother and his sister. He would go places and it'd be other youth. He'd be so excited to be around these kids. So he was I've never seen a kid so excited to get back to school. So once school started up this semester, he hit the ground running. So he's super excited about it. So I understand what you're saying, and I've seen it firsthand, the effects
it is conducive
from that situation can have on a young person in that
and
place.
You said it way better than I could have. Eddie, we see you on our Truth Talking text line, which is 833-212-1017. We got to take a break. We come back. We have got some great hot topics, including the most recent update regarding this fixated focus on just ruining black women's lives that are in
black women.
The attack. We're going to put a little twist on it, so stay tuned. Eddie, we're going to take your comment when we come back. This is Truth in the Morning with your girl DT and the legendary Dame Elzy on Truth in the Morning. We'll be back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tune into the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be joined by Alicia the Chef from Tasteful Events Catering, and she will discuss her catering company and why you should consider working with them, but also her passion for mentoring young people who want to start a career in culinary arts. So again, that is Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Tasteful Events Catering this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a dry drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to 101.7 The Truth. Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-Owned Business Give Back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. And we back, y'all. We were talking about Sakir and his update on the GoFundMe, and his mother was talking about all of the stuff that she's done. Did we mention all of the stuff that he's doing now? The Brazilian jiu-jitsu and
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, she's got him in school and stuff, and I don't know how much money has been raised. I don't see that.
Man, the last time, and we maybe need to ask Andrew to check, but the last time we checked, the goal was initially like 15,000, and then they super succeeded that, and so then they went into 30,000. I would not be surprised, and we'll do a fact check here in terms of the most recent amount that's been raised. I would not be shocked if it's at 65,000 now.
Yeah.
And so I know one of our listeners on our True Talking text line, which is 833-212-1017, asked, and this was Daphne, good morning, did the potential shooter get expelled? That's a great question. Now, you probably know this better than I do. The mother probably can't talk about that.
Right.
So, for legality purposes, she probably can't discuss that. So we'll do our best to find out. But in the meantime, we've got Eddie. Eddie, you've been so patient. Good morning. You are live with DT and Dame. What is your question or comment?
Yeah, my comment is that I'm glad the young man is online training, but I think the message is wrong that's being sent out there, because he still ended up he still lost a lot. He had probably friends at school. He was doing a good deed. And now, how do you think he might, if he came across a decision like that again in the future, how he would handle it? And what is the message that the school is sending out? And then you just said they don't know what happened to the kid that had the gun. Why is it publicized what happened to him and not what happened to the kid that had the gun? I just think that is the wrong message is being sent out in this situation.
What do you think, Eddie? What do you think is Eddie? What do you think is the right message to send? Because I completely hear you, and I'm agreeing with everything that you're sharing. So, what would be the right message?
Well, the right message is that the kid should have been acknowledged for what he did. Absolutely. But then at the same time, every situation is not the same. You know?
Right.
It doesn't seem like it was a violent interaction with him and the other kid. So I'm not painting a broad brush saying that every situation is the same. But in this situation here, I either don't have enough information to answer that question clearly and just have to go about how I feel. But the kid didn't, to me, like you said, he saved lives. He even saved the future of that particular kid, because apparently that kid either was being bullied or so. Like I said, they're not telling the whole story, but it was the reason why the kid brought the gun to the school, and for somebody to do a good deed, in our world now, you're putting people in a position where they have to hesitate to make a decision, and that hesitation may cause more harm than good, So I just think, homeschooling, but he don't have the interaction with his friends. Kid, I don't know what grade he was in, but I'm quite sure
11 years old would be like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then again, what anger he might possess, he tried to do something right, and instead of getting rewarded, he got disciplined. That's crazy to me, So I just think, I'm glad he's in school. I'm glad people are doing the Go Fund, but I think the overall message is still wrong. They're just putting out to not only this kid, but I mean other people or other kids that may come across this. And then what happens? Somebody could have prevented something. Now somebody could easily got shot or injured or whatever. So I don't know. That's just the way I feel. But one more thing in closing, you and Homer had a conversation yesterday morning.
Yes.
I hope y'all take that topic up again. I didn't get a chance to respond to it, but that's a real deep subject, and I hope y'all.
Which topic? Which subject, Eddie?
Again.
Which one?
Y'all was talking about relationships and the power of the P.
Told you, Dave.
The P word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all talk about that again.
Okay. Well, Eddie, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for the recommendations. We appreciate you, Eddie, and have a wonderful day. And make sure you keep tuned in to 101.7 The Truth. Listen, here's the thing. Why are you looking at me like that, Dave?
I'm going to see what you're finna talk about. See what you're finna say.
You should see how you looking at me right now.
Fall back into the...
No, I'm not.
The power of the... Like he was finna say, the power of the...
Because if we go into that, that's going to be... Do you want to go there?
No. Hey, we got stuff
Andrew, why are you looking like that?
We got like an hour 40 of the show.
That's what I'm saying. So, Eddie, we hear you, and we are definitely going to put that in the parking lot and come back to that, because that is literally... We could talk about that for probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, for real. But...
Absolutely.
Eddie, we appreciate you. Now, here's what we are going...
Andrew sitting back there laughing.
So I'm like, why are y'all looking at me like that? Now, here's what we're going to do. Here's what's going on. And, the thing about this is, Dame, every time we talk about this person, he's loving it. Because whether it's negative or positive, as a marketing genius, he wants us to keep talking about him. Mm-hmm. It is free marketing. President Donald Trump, as we know, has been targeting prominent Black women leaders. And it's been designed in a way that is not only hitting our community, but hurting our community. So case in point, Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, was indicted on, and I'm doing the air quotes, mortgage fraud related claims. And many believe, including myself, and I know this is in your arena, politically motivated. Because he's on his revenge tour, which he told us he was going to be on.
It's a solid revenge tour.
He's like that Martin episode where Martin went to his high school reunion, and he had the notepad, and he was like, and you. So
it's a solid revenge tour, and he's not hiding it.
Absolutely not. Now, legal experts are saying that her case is unusually weak for this kind of federal prosecution. At the same time, President Trump and his allies appear to have a pattern of using legal and regulatory tools against Black women in high places. Now, why this matters in Milwaukee and our broader community. when black women in leadership are under attack, it sends a ripple through our entire community. So think role models. I'm looking at you because you're one. Decision makers, our families, our kids. So it's not just about one person. It is sending a message.
Absolutely.
That if you're black and if you're a woman and if you stand up and you have power, that's not a good thing. That's a risk.
And not only are you black and a woman and you have power, but you've used that power to go against Trump personally, which Letitia James did when she prosecuted Trump in New York, and he lost those cases, lost $500 million that he had to pay somebody. That eventually got overturned, I guess, but he still got embarrassed and lost those cases. And with her specifically, because that was the first one you mentioned, I felt it was important for us to talk about this and have this subject, is because we're talking about now doing a shutdown where in Wisconsin alone is 18,000 federal employees.
Yes.
10,000 of them are just in Milwaukee. We know the percentage of that 10,000 is 33% are African American, and a large portion of that is women working for the federal government. So Trump's whole attack on black women and black federal workers hits us directly in Milwaukee. So you could think it's just happening to Fannie Willis or Letitia James and these high-profile people, but like DT was just saying, it trickles down.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The danger is that as far as Milwaukee, every household in Milwaukee, whether the black woman is the breadwinner, the backbone, the wife, the mom, as black women, if the system comes for the ones at the top, what do you think it's doing to those at the base?
Yeah.
So please, when you read these headlines, do not think that, oh, this is a DC thing or this is, but no, this impacts Milwaukee directly. When we come back, we're getting more into this. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. How are you feeling about black women in particular in high power positions? And to Dame's point, as federal workers, because if it's hitting the black woman's pocket, we all know whether you agree or not, or whether you like it or not, a lot of households depend on that income.
Right.
So when we come back, let's get into that. You are listening to Truth in the Morning. Brother Dame LZ, the legendary Dame LZ, and DT. I put some respect on it.
Thank you.
We're going to come back and get more into this. We want to hear from you again, 833-212-1017. We'll be back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tip-off week is more than just the start of Bucks basketball. It's the start of a new season of memories. The raucous crowd, the thrill of every bucket, and the spectacular moments you'll talk about all year long. Whether you come with family, friends, or coworkers, we're all in for cheering Fear the Deer. Nothing compares to the energy of Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action from the very beginning. Get your tickets now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Join us for the Greater Milwaukee Urban League's annual Black and White Ball on November 1st at the Bear Center. This elegant evening supports vital programs in employment, education, and economic opportunity for our community. Enjoy an unforgettable performance by national recording artist Sean Hinton and step out in your finest black and white attire and be part of something transformative. It's not too late to be a sponsor or reserve your seats by visiting gmul.org. That is gmul.org. The Black and White Ball. Building brighter futures together.
So you telling me that you can make lobster tail and crab legs, it will still taste like a lobster tail and crab legs, but they vegan?
Let me tell you, and my customers can testify to this. I can make vegan chitlins.
Now, come on.
I
don't know what chitlins taste like because it's been about 40 years since I had them.
I love them.
But you can do that.
My best customers for my vegan chitlins are those people who still eat meat.
Download the new 101.7 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 The Truth.
Come in with straight truth. Even the police department arguing over their little 12% that they want, and it's a shortage. Okay, I think at some point the people got to start using common sense. It ain't nothing personal. It's something that's community. That's it. And a lot of people try to deflect and make it personal. That's how you know they ain't doing nothing, because they try to make it personal. But really, it's about the conditions of the neighborhood, the conditions of the residents, the safety quality, the public safety ideas. Are we getting that? Are we using the taxpayers' dollars the best way we can to make a difference, to become a resource for everybody in the family to thrive? Is that happening? Yes or no? And if it's not, then you switch the coach. You get a different philosophy on the people. That's it. When times are tough, you need people to roll up their sleeves and get to work. When everything is working well, you sit back and you let it coast. You can't coast and things are bad.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Westbound on 94 and eastbound, both looking nice and clear at this point. No major problems there. Northbound 41 is backing up a bit from Mayfair Road all the way up towards Capitol Drive. Southbound right around the Good Hope Road area as per usual. Other than that, just a few disabled vehicles here and there. They are well out of traffic, so they shouldn't be causing any issues. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast today, stray showers early, then partly cloudy skies, breezy and mild, a high of 73. Tonight, good chance of showers and storms, breezy and cloudy, a low of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning with the legendary Dame Elsie and your girl DT. Now, quick update. Well, our truth listeners do not play. They're like, what about the other kid? So before we go back to Trump targeting prominent black women, we do have an update from our incredible, amazing producer, Andrew. What's going on with the kid that brought the gun?
DT, I went through everything. I went on ChatGPT, Copilot, all the AI. We searched the internet. No mention if he got expelled.
Can I be producer for a second? Boom, 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 boom. Why is there no information?
Even as a youth and him being underage, there will probably still be some information as to what happened to him. They can't say his name, they can't say his age, but they can definitely say what happened to him.
Things, like I'm about to tell y'all my age when I say this, things that make you go,
6 degrees of separation. Truth Nation, if y'all know anybody in Lansing, Michigan, and I'm sure they know in Lansing, because, everybody knows everybody in cities like that. So if you know anybody in Lansing, Michigan,
get the tea.
Get the tea. Find out what's happening, because obviously the news media is not presenting to us what happened to that young man. We understand the story of Shakir and him getting expelled, so I would hope the same thing happened to this young man, but we don't know.
Something in the milk ain't clean.
So that's your assignment.
I was going to say, now you've given me an assignment, because now I'm starting, okay, let me figure some stuff out. Make some phone calls. So we'll keep y'all posted. Great question, Eddie. Great questions, Truth Nation. And in 2025, with all the sources and accessibility that we have to information, and there's nothing about this young boy that brought the gun to the school.
That's amazing. Either he knows, either his parents are powerful, or he knows people in powerful places that have, this is my conspiracy, knows people in powerful places that have been able to wash that off or been able to keep his name out of the media or something like that, because that just doesn't happen,
Because what I love about Truth Nation, we'll literally give all these updates about Shakir. Truth Nation's like, that's good. We appreciate that. But what about the boy that brought the gun in the first place? Yeah. These are absolute valid questions.
It's about equality.
So we're going to do some digging, y'all.
So why didn't this kid? We'll see what happens.
RN Kawanda said, and you won't because of the color. No, because of his color. We know why in all caps. We're going to find out.
It probably was a white boy.
DT gonna find out. Now, before break, we were talking about President Trump's trend of targeting prominent black women like Letitia James. There's a whole laundry list. Now, for some of us, we're like, okay, Denise, so what? What does that mean for Milwaukee? Well, and Dame, you broke it down so eloquently during the break or before the break. Anytime that there is a certain demographic targeted, by the way, how many you said 18,000 federal workers?
18,000 in
the state of Wisconsin.
Yep. 10,000 in Milwaukee alone.
Now, we all know that the realities of our household, black households, not just in America, but also here in the state of Wisconsin and in the city of Milwaukee, black women are either bringing home just as much bacon.
Yep.
Or the primary bacon bringers. I don't eat pork, so it's hard for me to say bacon.
You can't even say it.
And I'm like,
let me say the bacon.
Okay. Do you eat bacon?
Like listen, let's not get sidetracked about my health issues here, because that's one of my things is eating bacon. I need to stop, so y'all don't get on me about that. But the point of the matter is, we understand that over recent history, black women have been elevated to a position because of education and because of their drive and determination to make it in the corporate world. They've been able to move further ahead in those situations. So they have become the backbone of our economy as black people in this country. That's what has happened. They have become the breadwinners. And in becoming the breadwinners in this corporate scene I'm talking about, in corporate America, now you start stripping them out of that area and you're replacing them with white men, but you're also stripping from the black community that economy that was bestowed upon the black woman in that space that she had taken up. So it hits us directly. Whether you see it or not, it's going to hit you directly.
And I'm so glad you said it that way. So here's the question, and I'm directing this question to the fellas. Brothers, fellas, gentlemen, I'm going to start with you, Brother Dame.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep it 101.7, the truth. And this is my lens.
All right.
Because when we start, as soon as I say black women, I literally can hear some of y'all's eyes rolling. Oh, here we go. But here's the thing. I want to ask this to you, Damon. I'm asking all the fellas. Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. And before you roll your eyes, look in the mirror and remind, why are you looking like that, Andrew? Remind yourself, who is your mama? Who is your auntie? Who's your grandma? Who's your, okay? Now, I'm going to start with you, Dame. When a powerful black woman or black women like Letitia James and Fannie Willis and Tish James, all these black women over and over again. And remember, just here in Milwaukee, we did a coverage on the investigation of the county supervisors and how they, after investigating, there was no fraudulent activity, but they were focusing on Chairwoman Marcelia Nicholson.
Her information, even though nothing happened, got released.
You know what I'm saying?
And so did Ms. Cox. Her information, no matter it being clear, got released. Where everybody else,
So
get released.
My question to y'all brothers, fellas, gentlemen, when powerful black women like Marcelia Nicholson, all the way up to Letitia James, are targeted, do you see this? Just keep it real. Do you see this as their fight? Do you see that as black women's fight in general? Or do you see it as our fight? Because let me just tie this, and then I'm going to hear from you, Dane. Remember how we reported about the white lady at the Brewers game?
Right.
That said to the Hispanic man, you know what? We should call ICE. If you look at that video, she was surrounded by white men. And if you look at the video again, I don't know if y'all caught this, this white woman literally patted the back of the white man standing in front of her like, you know what? We should call ICE. And when she said that, the other two white men, they all stood up. And I was like, from an optics alone, when Karen's like, hey, they all, regulators, mount up. So when you read and hear these headlines about President Trump, all the way down to local legislators here targeting black women, is it again Marcelia's fight? is it just let the black women deal with that? Or is it our fight?
I would go into let me give my history as a black man. I was raised by a black woman with 6 degrees. I was raised by my sister who was older than me a couple of years, who's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So I had my grandmother was on the missionary board at church and was one of the first black women to work out at the VA and do all of that stuff, right? Was in the paper every year about how many hours she worked. So I'm saying that to say I had powerful black women in their own circles around me at all time. So when I see the attack, now a black woman just fighting her fight in the political arena, I'm always like, okay, let her do her thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to step, because I don't want to step on her toes, right? But if this situation, like it's Letitia James, or they're being blatantly attacked to the point where they're having to defend themselves and they're facing losing, because I was raised, like I said, I was raised by these women, and I understand I don't want to step on their toes. I don't want to step too far. Let me play the back, but I'm watching. But when they need me, I'm there. That's how you have to be. Because just so, like you talked about, those white men that stood up.
Immediately.
It's a matter of, I'm going to stand up and you're going to see me here. She can handle herself. She can deal with it herself. She can handle that. But I got her back.
Now, let me just say, because you just triggered me. We got callers coming in also. So make sure if you want to call in, talk or text line, Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Callie, we're coming to you. See, that's the trigger for me. Because on one hand, it's like, angry black women, oh, y'all the breadwinners, so y'all can handle it? Y'all need us? Oh, now you want? And it's like, no, how come we can't be leaders, but also not discounting the fact that we still need brothers in those type of situations to, at minimum, as you said, just stand up and say, don't come for our women.
Right.
Callie, thank you so much for your patience. You are live with DT and the legendary Brother Dame. What is your question or comment?
Good morning, y'all. I'm gonna say this. First of all, Trump want to be a black woman so bad. That's the problem. That's number one. Number two, brothers, and I'm speaking to all brothers that's listening. When we see sisters going through it, we got to stand up. We got to stand 10 toes in it, and we got to handle it like we're supposed to. I'm tired of seeing brothers not standing up for sisters, but sisters will be on the front line whenever we got something going on with us. I land my plane.
Listen. No, keep going. Keep going. I was like, keep going. We need Callie. Come back. Is Callie gone? Oh.
Yeah, he was speaking facts.
Callie had my ovaries itching.
Come on.
And I'm almost 50. He did. That's the exact narrative.
Facts, though.
Exactly. Because here's what's interesting. I'm going to keep it again, 101.7. When we talk, Tori, Sherwin, Dr. Ken, all day long, talk about issues with black men, crime, phone lines be blowing up. As soon as DT brings up the attack on black women, it's like crickets chirping. Callie, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like, why is the phone lines not blowing up? Because here's the reality. We have white people that listen to this show. We have all types of communities. So when we come back, my question is, how come this Truth Talking text line is not blowing up? And half of y'all, if not 90% of y'all, have benefited from a black woman. 833-212-1017. I'm about to get disappointed.
There you go.
We'll come back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 101.7 The Truth.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
We are back. Okay, the Truth Talking text line is blowing up. Dear black men, what's holding some of y'all back from defending black women in power? Is it fear, apathy, ego, or just straight up exhaustion? Blake, let's go to our Truth Talking text line and get some perspective. You are live with Brother Dame and your girl TT. I said TT. DT. That's when you know you're getting old. What's your question or comment, brother?
I make you nervous, don't I?
You do.
I'm single now, too. And whoever that dude was who allowed in your space, he need to be slapped. He shouldn't. He don't never get a chance to nobody no more. Ever. Okay.
You talking about
what
the
up,
guy from
Dan?
yesterday?
Yeah.
You ain't talking, make sure you talking about so they know you ain't talking about me, the guy in their space. Because I'm standing
Yeah, Dan, Dan, you know her imaginary husband.
Right.
But here we go with this. I'm the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm the other one. Cause I'm like, so here we go.
Now, see, Blake, you're already answering the question. You're already answering the question. You said, I'm going to take up for DT. So keep talking, brother. I love it. Keep going.
Yeah, because in order for having you sitting around waiting, as fine as you is. Okay, here we go. Now, my mother, she stayed with my dad. They were together from the age of 17 till like they were like 40-something. They got divorced. I was 15. I didn't get nothing from my dad. I'm not knocking my pops. I'm not knocking no man in my family. But my mama taught me how to be compassionate, taught me how to care. She taught me how to do. She gave me no excuse. She went to work. She went to college. She paid back bills. She paid credit from another man that left her and had 8 women outside of her, and they was together for 22 years. My mama showed me how to forgive. My mama showed me grace. I'm a parent. I'm a grandfather. And a lot of people don't like me because I'm 100. I'm infinity. Because you can't pull nothing over nobody that knows better and you do better, you become a better person. So we exist because of women. There are no men in line having no babies, pushing out no babies, out the front of the back. So there we go. There will not be life if there was not. We can inseminate, but we can't push out. So therefore, I am giving grace. I am giving praise to all women because we don't exist without you.
Blake, thank you so much.
100. Shout out to Blake.
And BC, we see you. We're going to come to you in just a second because we got a jam-packed show. So our producer, Andrew, he is like the best. He's managing all kind of stuff. So based on what Blake just said, and BC, please hold, we're coming right to you. What are your thoughts? What's your reaction?
My thought is that when you ask the question as to why in some situations black men are falling to the wayside when it comes to supporting our black women, when you speak of Kamala Harris, when you think of Fannie Willis, when you think of Letitia James, when you think of these women that are powerful women in places of positions of power in this country, I think it's because black men are in fear of losing their own position of power. So as black men, we often think of ourselves as the bottom of the totem pole already. So with the elevation of black women into power, we thought we were losing more of our own power. So as she goes through what she goes through, some of us sit back and we say, see, there you go. Now come back to this house and do the things that you're supposed to be doing. We have that old school mentality, right? That we're supposed to run our women. You know, where I wear the pants in my house, but I respect the skirt. And in doing that, we have to understand that if she is able to do that and be that person in that powerful situation and bring that money home, whatever it is, because black women historically, since we came to America, have been the leaders. Needless to say, regardless of how we want to go about thinking about it and how we want to go about saying it, they've been the leaders from Reconstruction through slavery, from slavery through Reconstruction to Jim Crow, through civil rights to the Reagan crack epidemic to now.
Most definitely.
They've been the leaders of our communities, and we have to respect that. And so if somebody else outside our community sees that, we can't be mad. We have to support her when she's in that position. And then when they attack her for being faithful to us in our community, we have to have her back.
Look, see, ovaries itch part 2. BC, we got BC on our True Talk and Text line, 833-212-1017. Good morning. Thank you so much for your patience. You were live with DT and Brother Dame. What is your question or comment?
Knowledge is self and health is wealth. Peace and
Wait a
blessings
minute.
to the both.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Who is this? I know this voice.
What's the problem?
I know this voice. What is BC? You got a new identity? That's what I thought. Okay, it's Black Conscious. Will you put BC?
Well, yeah, they've been shorting my name. You know how they do it.
Black Conscious, how you been?
It's all started with back in the other show. They shortened it to BC and it just stuck. I don't care. Just don't call me Colette. So, with that being said, we need to kill this mindset of them old brainwashing, because that ain't gonna get you nothing but by yourself in a later age of your life with Sally Thumb and her 4 sisters. These relationships have to build, and we have to look out for our sisters. We have to look out for our neighbors, period.
Yes.
And not be to the point where, because it's all it is fear and ignorance. Mm-hmm. But we have to show unity, because you got to tell yourself, you have a mother. You possibly have some sisters, some aunts, some grandmothers, and would you support them to this point? Would you help? Would you protect them in the need? And would you want somebody to come to their aid or support them in need?
That part.
Right.
Thank you so much.
If you wanted that for yourself, you have to extend that yourself.
Right.
Live righteous, Milwaukee.
Black Conscious, well, hey, it's been good to him, yeah.
Too many times as black men, we make that separation where we'll say, my mother, my sister. Like I was talking earlier about my mother and my sister and how I think so highly of them. But then when it comes to another woman, well, she's a B, and she's this, and she's that, and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think that is?
Because we protect those that are very close to us, but we don't see the same virtues in other women, because that truly shows who you are. Is how you respect those that you don't even know, right? You don't know nothing about them. Well, my mama did this, and my mama did that, and my sister did this, and my sister did that, and my cousin did this and did that, but I don't know her, so F her. You know what I'm saying?
You know what drives a lot of the division? And we talked briefly about this yesterday. That's why I'm so excited about our upcoming guest who's live in the studio. This is what I notice. It's like a ripple effect, because when other communities, and they're watching us, when they see the lack of public support, then they're like, well, if their men don't care about them,
right,
why should we? Then they think that all black women, especially those that are in those prominent, highly visible, business critical positions, don't have men, or because we're black women, we probably got like 10 baby daddies. So the respect from the outside lacks because of what they perceive based on what the lack of, and I'm just being black. If they don't see y'all supporting us, they're going to continue to be like, see,
right,
we're going to continue disrespecting them because they have no backup. They have no men.
Right.
Because I am shocked that, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I would think that there would be more prominent black male leaders having press conferences and forums, basically telling President Trump, do not come for our women.
Absolutely.
I'm not seeing that enough. I'm sorry. I haven't.
Where's Hakeem Jeffries? Where's Cory Booker? Where's all of these?
All of these prominent black men.
Black men, you know, where are they? And
I'm not knocking the platforms of where black men have forums, of where y'all talk about issues. Because again, we have 4 black male hosts on this show. Male. Not knocking that. However, and let me be clear, Tori, Sherwin, Dr. Ken love black women. They support me. They support their black women and their black friends. All I'm saying is that if we do not start being more vocal publicly to the mass audiences, you're going to continue to see division in our community. I mean, we talked about yesterday, the fastest growing demographic in this country right now are single black men who are choosing to stay single and not produce, not multiply. Al, you got about 2 minutes. Thank you for your patience. What is your question or comment? You are live.
The reason why those black men are not producing because they have a very bad seed. And a lot of those men are very pathetic because their real black daddy ain't never wanted them. That's why their mama stepped up and raised them. But for the black men who don't support you, let them rock from the tomb to the womb because their help ain't never needed. And when they go to that white man, let him bend him over and they'll find out where they're supposed to be. Have a great day.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you, Al.
As always, happy Friday. Listen, when we come back, could not have a more timely and relevant guest because black folks, here's the reality. We going through a lot. Like I told my mom and dad, although I was not alive when the civil rights movement, like the heart of it was going on, I feel like it's repeating itself and it is exhausting. Well, we have a very special live in studio guest that is going to share with us some tips, some guidance. Oh, at 8:15, this is live radio. Okay, well, let me pump him up really quick.
Yeah, do your thing.
We've got a special guest that I'm telling y'all right now, his background is extensive, but one thing that has been consistent is that he cares about breaking those barriers and rewriting the stories in our community, especially when it comes to relationships between black men and black women. So we're going to come back. We're going to continue this conversation, and then we're going to have, man, we got a whole jam back. We're going to talk about the black businesses. We got an in-studio guest. We got sipping on Friday. We got a whole lot for y'all, Truth Nation, because you deserve it. So stay locked in. This is The Truth in the Morning with legendary Dame Elsie and your girl DT. We will be back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource. What does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
What the business is.
Yeah.
We all here for our men and our women and our kids. Everybody what the business is.
Yeah.
You got the business, let me know what it is. Hey, what the business is. You got the business, let me know what it is. Come on, y'all. What the business is, yeah. Hey. 101.7 The Truth. We're back with What the Business Is, presented by We Energies. What the business is. So y'all make sure y'all make sure y'all call in and let us know what your business is. You know what, Andrew? I really like that intro. I really like that
I wonder
intro.
why. I like it too. I actually love it.
We got Tiffany on the line. Tiffany, let us know what your business is.
Good morning. We are assisting people who want to become homeowners and have challenged credit. We're More Affordable Credit. We're here to help remove inaccurate or obsolete items from your credit report and help raise your score and teach you how to become a homeowner. We can be contacted at 414-433-4955.
What's the name of the business?
More Affordable Credit.
More Affordable Credit.
Now listen, y'all, if you're just tuning in,
I'm not even gonna lie.
This is What the Business Is on Truth in the Morning. And as David mentioned, powered by We Energy. Energy you can depend on. We got all kind of folks calling in right now at 833-212-1017. I'm talking about Black business owners. So make sure that you shout out your very own Black-owned business or a Black-owned business that you love. That is 833-212-1017 to call in and shout out your business or upcoming event. Alexandria, you are live with DT and Brother Dame. What your business is.
Grand Rising. My name is Alexandria. I was calling because I own Giovanna Wellness, which is located inside of Calm Wellness at 6333 North Green Bay, inside of Glendale. And this coming Friday, October 31st through November 2nd, we are Calm is hosting a Welcome to Fall Wellness Retreat. I will be a participating practitioner. It's going to be an amazing time. We have a few spaces left if anyone would be interested. We would love for you to join us. Your experience would include a welcome dinner and an opening ceremony, yoga.
Wait a minute. Hold on,
meditation.
Alexandria. Did you say there's going to be food? You got to underscore that because you know that makes my ovaries itch too.
You know, we have an amazing chef that's going to be providing the food for everyone. You'll be able to make your own candles. Lots of amazing experiences for you all. So if you are interested, you can definitely go to www.welcome.com for more information, and you can go ahead and get those booking details. You can find Patrice Green. She is the one that is putting this amazing retreat together. So
shout out to Patrice.
We would love for you all to join us.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Patrice. She calls often to the show. A friend of mine. She does massages and all this wellness stuff. So she's always been a part.
Oh, absolutely.
She's always been a part of the community. So good looking out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alexandria.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. The Truth Talking text line is blowing up because we are talking about what the business is on The Truth. Powered by We Energies. Sherelle. Did I say it right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Sherelle, good morning. You are live with Brother Dame, LZ, and
like
DT.
the singer.
Yes.
That's
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. Go ahead, girl. What your business is?
That's okay. That's one of my favorite songs. So
let's sing it together. Okay, I'm done.
My business is I'm the creator of Still Here, Coloring for the Soul in Times of Grief, which is a coloring book and journal that provides an outlet to those that may not want to discuss grief, so they can color, journal, do both, or one or the other, just to express themselves, because grief is all around us, whether we're going through it ourselves or know someone who is. The book can be purchased on Amazon, or it can be purchased through my website, which is www.coloringforthesoul.com.
Hey, get that to me one more time.
www.coloringforthesoul.com.
Now, I'm public school, so can you spell it out? Because I'm public school, so I need third grade. Break it down.
So, coloring for the soul, coloring, COLRING.
There you go.
FOR.
Thank you so much.
And then the soul, SOUL.
And give us that number one more time that they can reach you if they wanted to call you.
They can reach me at info@coloringforthesoul.com.
You know what I love about Sherelle? Her business is thriving so dope. She did not say at gmail.com. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Quit being entrepreneurs. Get you a domain.
And I'm gonna
charging $8,000 and got a Gmail account. Stop it.
I'm gonna reach out to you because I have some young, I do mentoring. Some young men are going through grief issues and they could use that coloring book. I last time you called, I meant to look out and find you, but I wrote it down this time. So I'm gonna hit you up.
All right, bet. William, he's been so patient. William Muhammad, is it Muhammad? Yes. You are live with Brother Dame. Muhammad, William Muhammad. What the business is?
My salam, brother.
I am the student minister of Muhammad Mosque No. 3, Nation of Islam, and we're in the business of the transformation of life.
Ooh.
I'm calling because we are at the 30th anniversary of the Million Man March, October the 16th, 1995. Black men in America put on the largest display of unity in the history of the world. And on the 19th, this Sunday morning, at 10 a.m., Muhammad Mosque No. 3 will be commemorating the 30th anniversary of the Million Man March at 925 West Burleigh. We'd just like to invite the community to come out to pass on that history, that inspiration, and that mission of the unity of our people, of the rebuilding of our community, of atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. At 925 West Burleigh.
Did y'all just
10 a.m. I'm at Mosque No. 3.
Was there just an event in Chicago where the young men all came together in remembrance of the Million Man March? I saw Gap post something like that.
Right. Hip Hop Detox is an organization out of Chicago and they invited Brother Jack to come, and it was at Chicago State University. They had about 1,000 men, 1,000 boys and men. I think that was the goal.
Brother Muhammad, I have to take advantage of this. And first and foremost, thank you for calling in and shouting out your business. And most importantly, thank you for your leadership and your service. Brother Muhammad, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? Because we've been talking about accountability from our black men protecting our black women. Do you mind if I ask you a related question? Because I got to take advantage of your expertise on this subject matter.
Yes, ma'am.
So, from your lens as a black man, what do you feel is holding some of the brothers back from defending black women in power? Do you feel it's fear, apathy, ego, or exhaustion?
Well, one of the main illnesses that we suffer as a people as a result of being under white tutelage and white supremacy is black inferiority. And because we suffer from that, it's a lack of love for self as men. And if you don't have a healthy regard for yourself, then how can you really love your woman as you should love your woman? How can you really love and protect your children as you should protect your children? So most of the problem, this is my grandson, sorry.
That's okay.
Most of the problems
be fruitful and multiply, brother.
Huh?
I said be fruitful and multiply. I'm glad you have a grandchild.
Most of the problems we have in our community are as a result of the fact that we have not properly protected, loved our women. And so because we haven't loved our women, they produce our children, and we have not really protected what came from us. And so they feel rejected, and they're angry. And so you have a lot of fratricide in the community, a lot of self-hatred being manifested in the community. But it starts with relationships. And so we as men have to understand that to abuse or neglect our women is really the abuse of self. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan said it like this: no nation can rise any higher than this woman. And so when you cultivate a woman, when you teach a woman, when you protect a woman, that's how you cultivate, teach, and protect your nation, your community, your neighborhood. And so we have to understand the value of our women. We have to stop using them as an object of pleasure without responsibility. We have to understand that they are the cooperator with God. So whatever problems need to be resolved in your community, in the world, God will produce that answer to that problem in the womb of a female. She's the cooperator with God. She's really the bridge between man and God. So once we understand her value, and that's what we teach, right? That's part of the work of the transformation. Then we will have a community that is more protective and really stand guard over the sanctity and the value of the female.
Brother William Muhammad,
thank you.
First of all, thank you for shouting out your business, and thank you so much for sharing your expertise. I know I put you on the spot for that, but brothers like Brother William Muhammad, they stay ready, so they ain't got to get ready. Thank you so much. Peace be unto you, brother, and I love you for that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, King. See, this is why this conversation is so important. Because it has a way more impact coming from brothers like you and Brother William Muhammad than it does me. Because brothers, I'm not the spokesperson for all black women, but I think I can say this publicly on behalf of black women. And y'all let me know in our YouTube message board. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. When you stand up for us vocally and publicly for black women, whether it's private and public, it does exactly what Brother Muhammad talked about. It's the unifying, and it makes our community stronger. And quite frankly, it reminds non-black communities, we're not having it. We're not having it. So thank you so much again. Look, y'all, stay locked in. Can you believe that we've got even more amazing hot topics and an in-studio guest who is going to share with us, speaking of black businesses, this brother in the darkest valley of his life behind prison walls and bound by despair is now on a path where his life is not only changing he and his wife and his beautiful son, but changing a lot of folks. And I don't know about y'all, but I need this guest, Dame. We need this guest to pour into us because life has been lifing. But guess what? From my lens, God is still guiding. So when we come back, we're going to get into that. Stay locked in. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. We want to uplift y'all and give y'all something positive to think about as we get into this great weekend. And we see you in the YouTube message board. Madi, I see you. Babar, yes, I've been in the gym, but I'm doing more cardio now. But thank you for the compliment. That's a whole nother episode, too. And who else we got? RN Kawanda said, thanks, brother. William Muhammad. I love this. We're having a great show today. We see you, sincere Ronnie Ray Real. Stay locked in. This is Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 101.7 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to 101.7 The Truth. It's a Friday. We just had What the Business Is.
What the business is. I had to do the background.
Yeah, do the background vocals on my What the Business Is. And so now we're continuing on with our Friday 8 o'clock special. And we got a special guest in the building.
Man, look, I don't know if y'all are driving, but you need to pull over.
Pull over.
You need to pull over, because let me just give y'all some background, and I'm going to be very transparent. As much as folks may see me on social media, living my best life, this has been an interesting year. And the main word for me that has been a deficit that I'm navigating through prayer. And I mean, when I tell you this year has been the year that I have solely depended on God, because I just feel oftentimes that I'm not supported. But if I do need support, then I got to pay somebody to support me, because everybody's trying to get a check. So I have got to give a shout out to my faith and my belief in God. That's why it was so important. And I'm not pushing religion on anybody. Whatever whoever you worship, believe in from a higher power, Yahweh, Buddha, Allah, as long as you've got some type of higher power that you can rely on. So it's very important that this guest that we have today, I want y'all to lean in because, again, life has been lifing for a lot of us. And our special in-studio guest this morning, Pastor Shanier Alston, who is the senior pastor of the New Israelite Missionary Baptist Church located in Southside Chicago, has made it down the street here, made time to be here in the studio in Milwaukee to talk about his journey, his transformative journey. And not only is he going to talk about his journey, he's going to leave us with some information, and I'm holding this up, his book that is going to be released this Monday, October 20th, on Amazon. Pastor Shanier Alston, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Denise?
Man, I'm doing much better knowing that you're here. And I got to let folks know that they can't see this. Not only is Pastor Alston here, he brought his son, Julian, and his beautiful wife, Raina Alston, First Lady Raina Alston. So he's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk as well. Pastor, again, thank you so much for being here. Let's get into it. The new book, God Met Me Here, A Journey to Freedom. What does that mean?
That book means... Ooh,
it's all good.
That was good. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Oh, that book
look at
means,
Satan already trying to do his work.
I know, right.
We rebuke him.
The book means redemption, transformation, relationship, and just a story of going from the bottom to the top and how God can rewrite the story of your life and change your life. I don't care how bad it may seem or bad it may be, that he really can come in and just rewrite your entire story, leaving out no details and making it turn into something that's powerful. So when people read your story or see your life in full view, they're able to pick up the pages of it and say, man, me too. And if God did it for him, he can do it for me as well.
Really quick question before we go to Dame. You talk about in the book going from the prison yard to the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, aesthetically, when I see a brother like you, I'm not going to assume, oh, yeah, this brother, he didn't serve time.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about this, and this is so transparent, going from the prison yard to the pulpit, why is that so key when it comes to this story that you're sharing about your life?
It's key because oftentimes many don't leave the prison yard and go to the pulpit, or you see that revolving door phenomenon take place where people, they leave prison only to end up right back into prison because, society doesn't help us to, navigate through the challenges of coming out of prison. And so my story, though it put me in prison, God changed that story, put me in a better place so that I could help others, men and women, see that you don't have to go back into the same place that, the enemy or the choices you made put you in.
Right. Let me ask you this real quick. Mm-hmm. When Malcolm X, and it's great meeting you. I've known your wife for a while. She's a wonderful person. And
yes, she is.
If you got her in your corner,
yeah,
you winning already, brother.
1,000%.
let me ask you this. In Malcolm X's autobiography, it was a similar storyline. He went to prison, he came out, he became Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
We know what those pivotal moments in his life were in his book that, okay, this is how he turned. It was a person in prison that was preaching to him. He saw visions. What was it in your life that turned you from whatever got you in the prison yard to making you be in the pulpit?
Well, great question. I didn't see any of this coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. When everything went down and they finally apprehended me, I remember going into Cook County Jail into Division 1, And I picked up the phone and called my family. And when I was on the phone, I said, well, y'all probably won't see me for the next 15, 20 years. You know, I had already, you know, canceled Christmas for myself. And so I didn't know any of this was going to happen. But God had a plan for my life. And so what ended up happening was a series of events. I had an aunt come and visit me. Well, let me back up. When I went into Division I remember the first day in, you know, my face flashed across the news. And, you know, whenever your story flashes across the news in jail, that becomes a badge of honor. They be like, oh, he was the man. They caught the man. And so when I went in, they, you know, that was already buzzing around me. And so then I remember it was a group of guys sitting there in a prayer group. They were praying. And something was pulling at me to go to that prayer group, but you know, I had to go through the preliminaries. You know, you come in, you're in a gang, so they ask you who, you know, where you from, who are you with, and all that stuff. And so I told them who I was affiliated with, and immediately went through that process. But then when I came back out, you know, I needed to get to that phone to call the family. It was something pulling at me to go to this prayer group. And I couldn't understand it then. And so I went to the phone, got on the prayer, got off the phone, and then the guy looked at me and said, hey, man, you want to pray with us? And I prayed with him.
He saw it in you.
Yeah.
He saw you looking and wanted to come over there and pray with him. Okay.
And so after that, just a series of things started taking place, man. I had an aunt I hadn't seen him over 20-some years, maybe 15, 20 years. I haven't seen her. They had no contact with her. She came up to the jail to see me and said God sent her there. Wow. And she said to tell me that this is not the end.
Wow.
That God has a plan for your life. And she gave me a scripture. She said, I want you to go back up. When you go back up to your dorm, wherever you're going, your cell, I want you to read the scripture. And it was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, said the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And that scripture just began shaping my entire life. And I just remember, I always tell my story that I had a Moses and burning bush experience where Moses met God on the backside of the mountain in the presence of a burning bush. That's how I was in jail for me, man. I remember being in my cell, and I'm still wrestling with this pull on me, and I don't know what it is. I got this peace on one hand, but this pull on the other hand. And I remember sitting there, and I came back out, and I joined that prayer group, and things just started changing for me. But I still had my hand and my foot in that other side, in the streets, you know, in jail. And so I remember, and this was so key for me, I went in my cell and I got on my knees and I prayed. I said, God, I don't know what's happening. And he told me, so I heard his voice just like I hear y'all voice. I kid you not, this is how it happened. He said, I want you to drop your flag and fear nothing. That's all he told me.
Pastor Alston, let me just say this to you, because this is why I'm a believer. Our YouTube message board is blowing up. Like, can I just share with you some of the comments based on what you're sharing and pouring into our listeners? DVJ says, like myself, he is on the stay out plan, not the get out plan. I'm sure he knows that term as well. Not really. A city girl says, Pastor Alston, do you know about the Israel of God in Chicago? Were they your inspiration to get started? Do you hold service on the Saturday Sabbath or on Sunday?
No, I know she's a Hebrew Israelite. I'm Christian, and so I'm a Baptist church, New Israelite Baptist church.
Got it.
Baptist church, so that's a difference.
That Israelite threw him off.
Okay. Yeah. Another listener said, DVJ says, congrats on your success. RN Kawanza shares, Pastor Alston, God definitely making sure I lean on and trust only this season, as challenging as it may be. I thank him for clarity and understanding. Babar's giving you the prayer emoji, and not really a city girl's giving you the thumbs up.
Let me just say this real quick. You never know the importance of something and how something is going to affect people, right?
Yep.
I've been going through something in my life, and I'm fighting back tears right now. And the fact that you came up here and you said what you just said affected me so much, like that scripture, because and you used the word fear.
Yeah.
And fear is what I've been battling in this transition I'm going through in my life. So I want to thank you for coming up here and doing that. And even if you don't sell another copy, you sold one to me.
Oh, he gonna sell a million.
Because you, and that's what you do it for, right? And you sitting here across from somebody. So the same things that you're going through, you didn't know you was gonna come up here, and I needed to hear that word that you just said, but I did. So I want to thank you for that, brother.
Well, praise God. Thank you, man.
Listen, Let me tell you right now, this is all God. I did not orchestrate this. Dame didn't. Do you have time to stay?
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to take a break. Do we need to take a break? Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I know we got some other stuff, but Andrew, look at me when I say this. I don't mess with the Most High. When I let him use me, and let me tell you right now, don't mess with anointed people because you will lose. So when we come back, thank you so much for being able to stay. We're going to get into your book.
Okay.
The book is God Met Me Here, A Journey to Freedom. We have live in the studio. And thank you for that testimony, Dane.
Yeah, that's right.
We got live in the studio, Senior Pastor Shanier Alston. Stay locked in. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. Feel free to call in, ask Pastor Alston any of the questions that you have. We're going to get into the book when we come back. This is Truth in the Morning with the legendary Dame LZ and your girl DT. Stay locked in.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at weenergies.com. We Energies, people you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Northbound on 41, just a little bit backed up from North Avenue up to Burleigh. The southbound side right around that curve to Good Hope Road. Otherwise, everything else looks great. Just heads up, we do still have this disabled vehicle on the ramp from 175 northbound Brewers Boulevard to westbound 94. It is not in traffic, but it might be a little bit of a distraction heading through that area. Otherwise, everything else looks great. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, stray showers early, then partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a high of 73. Tonight, chance for showers or storms, breezy and cloudy, a low of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Welcome back, 101.7 The Truth. I'm sitting here again with the great Pastor Shanier Austin, senior pastor of the New Israelite Missionary Baptist Church. Missionary Baptist. I was Missionary Baptist, so that's how you guys say it. Missionary Baptist Church, Southside Chicago. He's releasing a book on Monday the 20th. He's going to read an excerpt of this book right now. Something that's important to him. And I want y'all to know that the conversation that he and I just had off air and on air was so dope to me because God is working on me. And then here he comes to reinforce what I've been thinking. And God is like, I hear you, and let me send somebody to help you further down that path. So shout out to Pastor. He don't even know that.
Blessed to you, man.
But shout out to him. So God met me here. Read us your excerpt, brother.
This is chapter 19 from my book, God Met Me Here, Journey to Freedom, and it's entitled Liberated by Grace. And it says, I cannot tell you the exact date marked on the calendar of my release, but I can tell you the month was June of 1996. That June was a month of destiny. As the days crawled toward my freedom, time felt like it was working against me. The final week behind bars stretched out like an endless night. Every tick on the clock was a tug at my soul. Every sunset, a reminder that I was still behind the walls when my heart was already running ahead toward my family. I dreamed of wrapping my arms around my children, of sitting at the table with my mother and grandmother and worshiping in church without the echoes of chains clinking in the background. I dreamed of laughter replacing lament. I dreamed of purpose replacing pain. I had finished the program, my time was cut, and when the day of my release arrived, my emotions were colliding. I had joy on one side and fear on the other. I was afraid that they were going to come and tell me that they found another reason to keep me locked down. That was nothing but the enemy trying to play tricks with my mind. I also had a small sense of sadness because in the unit we had become more than the inmates. We were a family bound not by blood but by brokenness, stitched together by survival and hope. I felt an attachment to them, but the joy of my freedom outweighed all of that. When the gates of Logan Correctional Center finally opened, I was given a $100 check, a change of clothes that my family had faithfully brought me, and a Greyhound bus ticket. That was the currency of my new beginning. Think about it. Years of my life traded for $100, a new outfit, and a seat on a bus. But what they gave me in my hands could not compare to what God had already deposited in my heart. I stepped outside the gates and the world looked different. The air was fresher, the sun seemed brighter. Even the dirt beneath my shoes felt sacred. I was free. My mind raced with plans that included a McDonald's hamburger, playing with my children, embracing them, hugging my mother, sitting at my grandmother's table, worshiping in church, and walking into Moody Bible Institute to start a new chapter in education and ministry. My list was long, but my joy was longer. Then, while sitting on the Greyhound bus heading home, something hit me like a revelation from heaven. That bus was not the first. My journey had been marked by 5 buses. The first bus carried me to Cook County Jail. The second bus took me to McLean County Jail. The third bus transported me to Joliet State Prison. The fourth bus delivered me to Logan Correctional Center. And now this 5th bus, this one was different. This one wasn't taking me deeper into captivity. It was ushering me into my freedom.
Wow.
5 buses, 5 chapters of my captivity. Wow. And then God spoke through the numbers.
You see, this is why this is so important.
That's excellent. That was great. That was.
I wish we could have Pastor here, like, for the whole entire day. Let me just say this before we go to our next segment. Number 1, thank you. Number 2, thank you for bringing your family, your beautiful wife, your beautiful son, Julian. I know you have children, and the family that we've been talking about, the fact that you're here, thank you. We got to go, but let me just remind folks, because if what you heard, just like Brother Dame shared, impacted you in any shape, form, or fashion, his book is titled God Met Me Here, A Journey to Freedom. Yeah. Senior Pastor Shanier Austin, you can purchase this book on Amazon. So when you're getting all the toothbrushes and your clothes and your outfits on Amazon, make sure that you go and look up God Met Me Here, A Journey to Freedom. Senior Pastor Shanier Austin on Monday, this Monday, October 20th. Buy the book. Thank you again so much. And YouTube is blowing up. They loving what you shared, Pastor.
We're not going nowhere. Y'all still here with us.
Yeah, you want to say? Yeah, okay.
We're going to sip to y'all. We're going to sip to you. I'm sipping my Spindrift sparkling water with the pastor. I'm going to sip to you and your new book release and you coming here and having an impact on my life, not even knowing that's what you were going to do. You know what I'm saying? So sip to Sip to Pastor Chanel.
Yes, and with that, it's another Sip to That Friday brought to you by our good friends at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, Milwaukee's top gaming destination. Call us now at 833-212-1017 and let us know what you're sipping to this weekend. I'm already excited based on what Pastor Alston just poured into me. I'm also excited. I know I'm going to get some smoke about this. The Bears won on Monday Night Football. Okay.
And you know, when I saw them win.
Did you think about me, bro?
There's 2 Chicago people up here.
Yeah.
You a Bears fan?
Yeah, you are. For 5 seconds, you are.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Come on,
You
Pastor.
thought you had a friend.
I thought I did. Oh, that's okay because I got to win. I don't need a win. I don't need a friend when I got to win.
Listen, I'll sip to the Bears winning.
Thank you.
Even though I
was there at the game, by the way.
I will sip to the Bears winning because I actually like their quarterback. Anytime it's a black quarterback, I'm always rooting for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will sip, even though I think they were playing, who they were playing last week?
The Commanders.
And it's 2 black quarterbacks, so it was even. So I'm just happy that both of them are able to be on that platform and both of them are able to do well. I really want him to do well because the one before him didn't. They didn't give him the chance. So hopefully
Absolutely
they give him
not.
the chance, and he does well. So I'll sip to that.
Thank you. And while you are sipping and celebrating, do not forget that this October to play the Bird Bash Game Show for your chance to win up to $50,000 in cash. Remember, Jeremiah 29:11. Okay, so make sure you play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries. Y'all like how I did that? You see how that is? Prize drawings on Thursdays. For more details, visit paysbig.com/birdbash. All right, let's go to the phones because, again, 833-212-1017. We still have Senior Pastor Shanier Alston in the studio. Let's make this Friday incredible. Let's get our weekend started right. So go to the phones, call in, and let us know what you are sipping to this Friday. What are you sipping to this weekend? And again, it's Friday.
Yeah, and shout out to the YouTube chat, the people on the YouTube chat that are
Go Bears.
that are rocking with us. Some of them have already ordered the book. We got 2 or 3 people on here. Shout out to
Book Order.
Jocelyn Walton. My book delivers on Monday. I'm looking forward to the read. We got R.N. Kawanda, one of our loyal listeners. Book already ordered.
Come
and
on,
I don't
somebody.
drink, but I'll sip my tea to that for that amazing message for sure. So sip to everybody on the YouTube line and on Facebook and everybody that's watching us live, wherever you watching us on X. Shout out to y'all for coming through and buying the book already.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
contrary,
Appreciate you.
Contrary to popular belief, we are pouring into our community. We're keeping the black dollar in the black community.
God. That's what it's all
and
about.
that's what it's. Say it again, Pastor.
That's what it's all about.
Because you know we talk about this, and Dame, you always break it down. Every other community, the dollar stays in their community like 8 trillion days. Do you know the black dollar stays in our community on average? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's like literally 1 day.
Damn.
And I'm being nice.
I thought it was like a couple of hours.
It might. Can we do a fact check, Brother Andrew?
It's like a couple of hours. We'll spin it real quick.
I was being nice. I was like, it's
You
like
were.
1 day. Is it like 5 minutes?
I don't even think it's a full day.
Well, we changing that.
As soon as we get paid, we give it away.
To who?
To whomever else is selling something but us.
Not today. Truth Nation said not today. What is it?
6 hours,
6 hours.
DC.
6 hours.
Told you. I told you.
But
It was
see,
a couple of hours.
Truth Nation is like, not today. They're buying the book. And again, the book is titled God Met Me Here, A Journey to Freedom. Pastor Shanier Alston. Thank you again so very much. And again, the optics alone of him just walking in here looking like $8.2 trillion with his beautiful wife, one of his beautiful children, Julian. Shout out to Julian.
Why
Julian.
that figure? Why 8.2 trillion?
Because he does. He looks like 8.2 trillion. Look,
I'll take
speaking
that.
into existence. You know what I'm saying? Look, because what I'm learning here in the United States of America, for some reason, $1 billion is not good enough anymore. So, did you hear about Elon Musk is about to be the world's first trillionaire?
That's ridiculous.
That don't make no doggone sense.
Wow.
I'm not.
Like, what are you gonna do
Nothing.
with $1 trillion?
And it's poor people out here.
And it's poor people out here.
Change elections. I'm sorry.
That's
I
what
didn't
he
mean to
do,
say that
brother.
loud.
You
Yes.
said
Look, this is the truth.
right place to say
This is the right
Okay.
place to say. This is the truth.
Okay.
Speak your truth. So we're going to take a break. We're going to wrap things up. First and foremost, again, this has been a great show. I don't know about you, Dane, but my spirit has been uplifted. I feel like I can just leave here now and conquer the world.
And you know what? I wasn't even supposed to be on Friday. They switched me last week to Friday. I was supposed to do like Monday and Tuesday. So
Look
they
at God.
switched me to Friday so I could be here and listen to him.
God leaves no details out.
Before you leave, Pastor, one of our valued listeners says, thank you, Pastor. They said it both. And here's the thing. I respect all languages, cultures, so I don't want to mess this up. Buenvendo Santos Rivera says, gracias a todos. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Public School, Evansville, Indiana. Thank you, Pastor. God bless you all. God spoke through his servant to use all this morning. Love it. Y'all, when we come back, we're going to come back. We're going to wrap things up. But this is how you get, if you don't quit giving me that look, you want me to come over there and hug you?
No, I'm just looking at you.
When we come back, we're going to wrap things up and get you. You know how I am. Verbal and nonverbal communication is everything to me. Stay locked in. This is Truth in the Morning. Yo, look. I'm going to tell you like the elders say at church, fix your face.
Fix your face.
833-212-1017. You have any final comments? Tell us what you're sipping on in this Sip On Friday, brought to you by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, Milwaukee's top gaming destination. We'll be back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Oh.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Good morning.
I put my headphones on DT right there. Listen, y'all. Back to 101.7 The Truth. We got Pastor Austin still sitting here with us in his whole family.
I'm gonna like the elders do. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Listen, DT is getting
y'all gonna miss me when I'm
gone. She swear I was mean mugging her. I was not mean mugging DT. First of all, what I was doing was looking at you, and I just happened to be turned to the side, so it technically may have been a side eye, but it wasn't the proverbial side.
Whatever you want from me, I'm giving
Whitney
you
shirt on.
everything.
Because
he gives me love. I'm channeling my inner Nippy today. Okay,
is a force to be reckoned with in all areas of life, and I appreciate her being in my life, and I appreciate her pouring into me and teaching me this radio game and teaching me so many different things. So for her to say that I was side-eyeing kind of hurt my feelings.
I apologize. That wasn't my intention, but thank you for the kind words. See, now you're getting me back.
So you know what, earlier when we were talking about that game,
Black women, we tired.
That game that dude should have had on that date, that's how he should have been.
That's what I'm saying. We tired, y'all. Black women, we tired. Like, DT, tell Telly we love him. I will definitely pass it on to Telly.
Shout out to Telly.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Telly. I haven't seen him on Instagram for a minute. I'm going to hit him up.
And stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah, I've seen him here a couple of times, but let me go ahead and text him that Al said, but D, I gave him a happy birthday shout out. So shout out to Telly, Pastor Austin, your beautiful wife, Raina, his son, Julian. This has made my morning. In all seriousness, this has made my morning. And our YouTube viewers and listeners, they are also appreciative of what you are bringing to the show today. They laughing at me because I did the Whitney Houston. Shout out to Whitney Houston. May she rest. I hope now if there's one Black woman that needs to be resting and getting her rest, is Whitney. Yeah. So I'm glad. I'm not, obviously, selfishly, I miss her, but I'm so glad that she's now getting her much needed.
That's funny.
And much deserved rest.
I used to date a woman and we used to go. We was Whitney and Bobby. Because we would argue and we would do all. It was toxic a little bit sometimes. So we was Whitney about, but we had that love and it was there and it was strong. You know what I'm saying? And,
hey, that's all that matters.
I had her back, she had mine. No matter what. That's me and DT. We Whitney and Bobby today.
I love you, Dame. And see, here's the thing. And it's funny because RN Kawada said at Dame, DT will definitely get you corrected with that effective communication skill. Thank you for the love. Here's the thing. If I don't ever come for you in life, that means I don't care.
Okay, I feel you.
So I love you.
I just told you I was raised by a woman with 6 degrees, and my sister's a lawyer. She got 3, and we got a family chat. Everybody in the chat got degrees, and so they come for each other.
Yeah,
so it's
that's love.
It's what we do.
But here's the thing I love about, and that's actually, you know what, Pastor, since we have your expertise, how do you feel about, because this is the one thing that, Dame, you and I briefly talked about this, I don't even remember. It's like you can't be frustrated anymore without somebody saying you're canceled. Like, everybody has to be, like...
You can't speak your mind.
Let me just keep it 101.7. So I had a conversation with someone, and we are like, we don't speak every day, but the foundation is positive. We have a great fundamental relationship. And one day I got frustrated, and their reaction was like, oh, well, we can't be friends anymore. And I'm like, what happened to various emotions in relationships, but the foundation is that we still good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Because I feel like social media has changed the way that people socialize to where, you're attacking me, you come from me. No, I'm a human being, and today you made me a little mad, but I still love you. What do you think that we need to start focusing on to get back to, as part of relationships, navigating different emotions, but not making that a deal breaker to where it's dissolving the relationship?
I think it starts with yourself. I think it starts with you individually, understanding you. What helps me is that I always look at me first before I look at someone else, and I say, okay, was I wrong? Have I ever made this mistake? Have I ever said this? Have I ever done this? And how would I want to be treated? That's like the Bible teaches us, love thy neighbors as you love yourself. So I think if you look at yourself and see and view how you want to be treated, you'll be able to really, really, interact with people. And like you said, social media has changed the dynamics of relationship.
Right.
People view you based on social media, posts, memes, or whatever the case may be, not understanding, that if you just have a real conversation with me, an intimate conversation with me, a personal conversation with me, you'll discover that what you thought isn't what it is.
Right.
I've gone through that plenty of times. People said that, your text message said that. I said, man, text messages have no emotions.
There was no tone.
It was no emotion.
No tone to it.
Yeah, there's no tone to it. Like I just said, I made a statement, but I'm not mad. Why are you hollering? Why are you angry? I didn't even capitalize all the letters. It was just, I just said.
It's all about how people.
Man.
I just said I was going to the store.
So speaking of social media, how can people connect with you and your ministry on social media?
You can follow me on Facebook, Chanel Austin.
Okay.
Through that means that's how you can connect.
Now, do you post like what you're saying now? Because I know I need some senior pastor Austin. Okay, so the correct spelling when you're searching for Pastor Austin is Chenier, last name Alston, Alston. And again, this is the book. It's already blowing up right now on Amazon from our Truth Nation listeners and viewers on YouTube. I'm holding up the book right now. And what I love about this book, because remember, y'all, I'm public school, Evansville, Indiana. It's an easy, but
Hey, real quick, before we go, the poll was, how do you see Trump's fight on powerful black women? We done went far off of this, but the poll results are 76% say it's our fight. And it's not just black women's fight. It's not just their fight. It's our fight. So 76% of y'all are right. It is our fight. The other 24%.
Only 76? Wow.
Yeah, that's the ones that
let them know, senior pastor. One more quick question for you. RN Kawanda says, please ask Pastor if he does prayer sessions on any of his social media platforms.
Absolutely. Yes. I can, if she follows me on social media, I can.
She's listening. She's watching you.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Okay. I have a prayer line on Mondays. Wednesday morning at 6 a.m.
Wonderful. And again, a lot of people are saying that you're a genius, you're superb. Dude, this book is I cannot wait to read this
It's a movie.
book. It's a movie?
It's a movie.
That's what, look.
Like it sounds like it.
We need to witness more journeys. And also, thanks, Pastor. I will follow on IG. I deactivated Facebook. So you're getting the love. We appreciate you. Dame, final thoughts and words. I know we got about 2 minutes left. This has been, for me, I always love working with you. This has been a great show.
You was just on me a second ago.
That's because I love you. I told you if I call you by your government name, or if I don't react, I don't care.
First, you want to be my wife
me, that's
and
why.
baby mama. Now you want to stab me. The emotions here.
Welcome to being with a black woman. Andrew's over there shaking his head like, yes. Listen, y'all, let me tell a quick story about my light-skinned brother, Andrew. So, yesterday after the show, he's like...
Why are you calling him the light-skinned?
He's my light-skinned brother. He knows it. So, he's like... He's like, well,
you are now welcome to the barbecue.
You could come to the cookout, Andrew. Do you want to come to the cookout?
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite cookout dish? Let me test you. What's your favorite cookout dish?
We were talking about it before, wings.
There we go.
Oh, you definitely could come.
Yeah, you come to the cookout.
Okay, tell your story.
So he's like, I have plenty of black women friends. And I was like, okay, but let me just stop you right there. See, your black friends are kind of probably like younger Megan Thee Stallion. I'm more like Felicia Rashad.
I was going to say Claire Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable.
There you go.
It's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So listen, Truth Nation, this has been a great way for me to start my day. So thank you so much. Again, shout out and thank you to Senior Pastor Chenier Alston and his beautiful family.
Thank you all.
Most importantly, thank you, Truth Nation. This show would not be what it is if it weren't for y'all making the time to be locked in, be engaged. Shout out to you also, nephew Julian. So we so much appreciate it. Not really a city girl. I love you back. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Dame, stick around because I want to have a little sidebar with you. Love y'all so much. Up next, he's running out the door. Professor Sherwin Hughes. Up next, stay locked in. 9 more hours of live consecutive Black Talk Radio. You deserve the best, and we're going to bring you the best. Have a great weekend. Love you much.
Come in with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Your impulsive negative thoughts, reacting, and these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV, the music.